What is EDA's new Advanced Advertising Transparency Programme? To answer this question, we need to start with Europe's Digital Services Act. The DSA introduces new obligations for intermediary services to harmonise the internal market and foster a safe and trusted online environment for businesses and consumers. Notably, the DSA calls for online platforms who deliver ads on their online interfaces to disclose for each ad delivered to each user the fact that what they're seeing is an ad, on whose behalf the ad is delivered, who paid for the ad, and the main parameters used to determine the recipient, and where applicable, how to change them. EDA has been addressing the first of those requirements ever since 2012 through the Ad Choices icon, a ubiquitous symbol displayed on digital ads across the web. The other three requirements, however, need a brand new cross-industry solution to ensure that the necessary transparency disclosures get delivered on all ads across online platforms. Hence the Advanced Advertising Transparency Programme, or AATP, a solution developed over a 2-year period in collaboration with all relevant industry players. How does the AATP work? DSA-level transparency disclosures require information, which needs to be transferred from its place of origin across the supply chain and displayed in front of the consumer. As far as the transfer process is concerned, things are fairly straightforward when it comes to direct deals, but can become challenging in the programmatic space. The AATP leverages IAB Tech Lab's DSA transparency extension to transfer information through OpenRTB. To summarize how this works, let's look at a simplified flow. Most ad transparency information belongs with the advertiser, who communicates it to its agency and/or DSP when creating a campaign. On the other end of the supply chain, the platform selling inventory decides if ads on their properties should include DSA-level transparency information, and encodes their preferences in its bid request through an SSP. If the platform has requested DSA-level disclosures, the DSP that wins the auction will use ad choices to serve that information to the consumer. Speaking of consumers, what does their perspective of the process look like? When browsing a website, they will come across ads carrying the Ad Choices icon. When they click on it, they will be directed to the Enhanced Transparency page, which contains all the information required under the DSA, and more. This includes, for instance, the name of the advertiser presenting the ad, as well as information about who paid for it and which parameters were used to select a recipient. As for the parameters, the technical mechanism currently supports 3 of them. 1. Basic advertising, for example, the type of device the ad is viewed on. 2. Profiling, for example, inferred demographic information about the consumer based on their online activity. And 3. Precise geolocation. Where applicable, consumers must be enabled to change such parameters. When it comes to profiling, we recommend the use of the youronlinechoices.eu portal. By flipping a switch, consumers can make a simple choice between accepting data-driven advertising or not, for one company, or for all of them at once. We've come to the last piece of the puzzle: accountability. We believe that when everybody plays by the same rules, everybody benefits. Firstly, we want consumers to feel empowered to ask questions, seek reassurance, and develop trust-based relationships with brands through their intermediaries. We work with the European Advertising Standards Alliance and the network of 28 national self-regulatory organizations it coordinates in 26 countries in Europe that address consumer queries and complaints efficiently. As for companies, we want them to experience seamless coordination with industry partners in the delivery of ad transparency information. Participating companies go through an independent certification process with approved providers, guaranteeing that they are in compliance with the principles and requirements of the AATP. That's what the AATP Transparency Seal stands for. If issues arise, the AATP's structured enforcement system will direct companies towards the most appropriate actions to regain compliance and support them throughout the process. Interested in joining the AATP? Follow the links below to learn more about the program or to apply for participation, or email us directly at aatp@edaa.eu. Join us and the leading digital advertising companies participating in EDAA to deliver transparency to European consumers under the DSA.